We see with our hearts and love with our eyes. In a
What's
2020
going on,
prison,
y'all?
nothing over
Mad
a prize.
Dad is
Fighter in
back in
disguise,
this
different from
Madden.
the will to
Here
survive.
to talk about Madden. And yes, gobble, gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you're enjoying the day with your family. Happy Thanksgiving. So, maybe I got this video out. Maybe I was able to upload it. Maybe not. So if you're watching it, kudos to me for figuring out how to do this remotely. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, guys, and this is going to be a quick little video today. I'll probably be on stream late tonight to go over some Blitz stuff as it's happening, as I will be getting back in town later on tonight. But I just wanted to have something for you guys during the day that are sitting at home, sitting on the couches at your relative's house, not knowing what to do, pulling up your phone, looking on YouTube, see he's dropping videos. Hey, Mad Dad's got a video. Let's see what he's got to say. So I wanted to have something to say to you today. So here comes my predictions for who I think is going to come into the game for the NFL 100 this week. Now, as we all know, each week for the next the next 5 more weeks, I should say, we're gonna have these top 100 players from each position coming in, not each position, but each set of positions coming into the game. Last week we had 4 running backs coming in. As you can see on the screen, we had Emmitt Smith, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, and Eric Dickerson. I think the order of importance of how good they are exact opposites to how they're listed right up here above. As Eric Dickerson is the best, Barry Sanders second, Jim Brown the third, and Emmitt Smith the fourth. But in the game, I'm not going to debate overall, but in the game, I definitely think that's the order that they come. So this week, tomorrow we should say, or maybe they're going to wait till Saturday, because it is replacing Legends. So you guys did know, there will be no Legends during this program. This is taking the place for Legends. So I don't know if that means that they're going to still release on Friday nights, or they're going to start releasing on Saturdays for when the Legends is. So they haven't really made that clear yet. So either coming tomorrow or Saturday, we're going to have the next set of 100 players, NFL 100 players coming in. Now this week, as if you don't know, it's going to be defensive linemen and linebackers. And the next week after that, it's offensive linemen and tight ends. The next week after that, it's wide receivers. And the final week is quarterbacks. So I'll probably do a video or do somewhere in my videos, a little video like this each week to let you guys know who I think is going to be the NFL 100 players. So, in thumbing through the finalists, and I kind of had my list in my head before I even looked at the finalists, it only makes sense that they're going to use the best players at each position. Now, I don't know why Walter Payton was not in the NFL running backs. I think he probably could have taken the place of, sad to say, but I think of that list right there, it would probably have to be Eric Dickerson that left. Even though he has the most yards in a season, maybe he'd have to replace Barry Sanders. As much as I hate to say it, all the other players played to the duration of their career. Barry Sanders did cut out a little bit early, and he probably would be the rushing champ if he'd stayed in there. But Walter Payton definitely did stay in there for the duration of his career on some terrible teams, and he is one of the best of all time. So if they had to drop one of them, sad to say, it would probably be Barry Sanders to replace that with Walter Payton. But of the top 4 for each position, the top 4 I'm going to say for linebackers and defensive linemen, it has to be a no-brainer in my mind. You know, if they're going to truly be true to the ones that they think are the best, then it's going to be these ones right now. Now, who they think is going to be the best or who's going to fit into the game the best might be 2 different stories. But I'm going to give you my list and give you guys an example of who I think might not be in there if they're not my first choices. So my first choice, I think it's on top of all of our heads for linebackers, of course, has to be Lawrence Taylor. He didn't get his harvest card that we all thought he was going to get. We definitely think he needs an upgrade. We know he needs an upgrade. He's going to get Lawrence Taylor. We're going to get a Lawrence Taylor this week, guys. So be prepared, save your coins. We're all going to need him on our team. Now for the other linebacker, I think it's probably going to be 2 and 2, 2 linebackers and 2 defensive linemen. That's how they're going to do it. I think it's going to be Mike Singletary. Mike Singletary, probably the best linebacker of all time in my opinion. Close Ray Lewis might be second. Who knows? But I'm talking middle linebackers here. It has to be Mike Singletary. Some Bears fans might argue Dick Butkus because, he played a lot rougher NFL and whatnot. But Mike Singletary changed the game not only as a player but as a coach. And I really respect the heck out of Mike Singletary. And anyone that's ever, played the game with him has the same, things to say about him as well. But I think Mike Singletary and Lawrence Taylor are going to be the linebackers that get placed into the game for Madden 100. Now, defensive linemen, that's going to be a little bit more tricky. Looking at that list, there's a lot of names on there that are super good. You know, a lot of super good names on that defensive line, you know. But one name sticks out in regards to Mutt, and in my opinion is the best defensive tackle of all time, and that's Mean Joe Green. We all need some Mean Joe Green in our life. We're all going to be happy to see Mean Joe come into this game. So Mean Joe, come in here. We need you, though. So I was going to pick up a tackle. I was going to pick up that Darnell Dockett last week, but knowing that the best tackle in the game, whoever it might be, is coming this week, it's going to be Deacon Jones. Mean Joe Green. I don't even know why I said Deacon Jones. But it's my Redskins wanting him to come out, even though he's a left end. He's not a defensive tackle. But Mean Joe Green will be the defensive tackle that comes out this week, in my opinion. Now, the defensive end, I think it's going to be a tackle and an end, just like it's going to be an outside linebacker and an inside linebacker for the linebackers. I think that the best end of all time is Reggie White. So it has to be Reggie White, in my opinion. He's due for an upgrade. A lot of people think it's going to be Strahan. You know, like I said, I mentioned another name here, Deacon Jones, Bruce Smith. Those are other options that might become available that have also been great Mutt cards. But I think Reggie White deserves it the best, and he deserves to be recognized on this tier, as does Mean Joe Green, as does Lawrence Taylor, as do Mike Singletary. Having Freudian slips left and right. They're not really Freudian slips, but they're NFLian slips. Anyway, Lawrence Taylor, Mean Joe Green, Mike Singletary, Reggie White. That's my 4 picks right there for the NFL 100 players coming this week. Now, if they wanted to throw curveballs at us, guys, it could be a lot of different players. Like I said, a couple of them: Dick Butkus, Deacon Jones, Bruce Smith, Michael Strahan, you know, Cortez Kennedy. There's been a lot of great players that have never made it to this game. Alan Page and John Randall both need upgrades too. They would both be great defensive tackles. But if they want to stick to the best of the best, I think they'll hit those top 4 guys. I think those 4 picks will be the best ones out there. Now, how to prepare for these cards, guys. The best way to prepare for these cards is just save your coins. If you're not a spender, if you're not going to go out there and spend money on one of those bundles, if you buy a bundle, basically you're going to get the player for not free, but I mean you're going to get enough of the 84s to buy the player. So a lot of people, myself included, bought a bunch of packs and we're not taking the 84s and realizing the 84s were going more than like the 87s at some point. So one thing you guys might want to do is realize that the market will come down. A lot of people, I mean, the first Lawrence Taylor build is going to be put up there for probably 2 million coins. But because these are available in packs, these 84s, and a lot of people are going to be buying them, these shouldn't be very different in price. We've all watched, you know, the running backs. It started off with like Eric Dickerson and Barry Sanders around 800,000 coins, and then Jim Brown and Emmitt Smith were somewhere around 650, 600. I see similar things for the Mean Joe Green and the Lawrence Taylor being the higher priced 2 cards, and the Mike Singletary and the Reggie White being more of a lower tier, the secondary cards, in my opinion. So I can see the Lawrence Taylor. I mean, don't go break the bank when it comes to buying these cards, guys. I would save my coins and wait. Choose your mark. I think 800 to 700 is a great price to pay for any of these cards. When I'm talking about Lawrence Taylor or Mean Joe Green. Don't pay more than $600K for Reggie White or Mike Singletary, guys. They will be dropping down to the $500K range because they're going to be the same availability each week. Now, some people think that we're going to get limiteds. Now, if that's the case, then it's going to be a rough one for us, guys, especially if we get a Lawrence Taylor limited, a Sean Taylor limited, or any of these cards that were really sought after. I mean, when it comes to the other remaining positions, I got my quarterback of Randall Cunningham. I don't know if there's going to be another quarterback that I want to take besides Randall Cunningham, except maybe his ultimate legend. Running backs, I'm fine on now. I mean, obviously, we're not getting him anymore. Tight end, I love Shannon Sharp. I think the tight end's probably going to be, I won't give you my prediction right now, but someone I'm not going to want. Offensive linemen, we got great ones in the game right now. These are the key positions I'm talking about, is that Sean Taylor, that Lawrence Taylor, and that Mean Joe Green. Please, EA, do not make these cards limited. Make them attainable for all of us that are playing this program. But also, guys, don't forget, you get to play your solos each week. They're going to be left on there. They said that they're not going to take them down like they did the NFL 10, the 10 players, the Madden 10 players. They're going to leave the solos out there, so make sure you guys get your solos done, because after the 6 weeks is up, you're going to get a fantasy pack. after you complete those solos to be able to choose one of these for free. So if there is a limited, maybe we'll be able to get it for free. I don't know. So again, guys, my picks are Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White, Mean Joe Green, and Mike Singletary. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all the support. Eat a lot of turkey today. Have a great day. Mad Dad is out.